Hey guys, we are back with another Elite Coach live session, bringing you information that will help you on your journey to becoming the elite coach that you want to become. If you are listening to us on Spotify, make sure that you do ring the bell, give us a follow so you do not miss any episodes that do come your way. If you're watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, make sure that you do give us a like, make sure that you do get a follow. So again, you do not miss out on when we release these episodes, which is on a weekly basis, so you can continue in your journey. And I am joined by Mr. Brendan Chaplin, and I think we're both pumped and drained at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, what a day, mate. What a day. Really enjoyed that. And we come to you on the immediacy following our annual conference, which was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to sum up because obviously these conferences, there's a lot of work that goes in the back end. Obviously, you're trying to marry up people's schedules and stuff like that, and it takes a lot of planning.
It does.
And you sort of just forget all of that when you do it. You just get it, and you're seeing, loads of people joining in, getting involved, asking great questions, presenters just presenting fantastic content, and then you forget about all of the trying to pin down loads of S&C coaches who are the busiest people on the planet. You forget about setting up this and that, and you just have a really good time. And it's just it's a really cool thing to be part of, and seeing loads of coaches develop it, getting some great feedback, asking great questions. It's just, yeah, it's super cool, isn't it?
It is. It's really inspiring just for me as well. It's lovely to get great feedback, but we had over 600 people registered for this event, and some really, really world-class speakers, top guys and girls doing amazing things. So yeah, let's go through them. We started with, basically a really solid presentation from you, Ste, on injuries or opportunities. So give us your kind of core messages for people there that perhaps missed that session and just want a bit of a refresher.
So, injuries or opportunities, it's something that we've used for quite a while now at SCE, and we took it from a great coach in the industry as well. And I think the key things to do with this is to highlight is, remember, we're working with athletes, we're not working with delicate china. But also it's understanding, what can you do as a coach? What do you need to focus on? Where are you going to have the biggest impact? And the opportunities to try and, one, reduce the injuries and keep them off the rehab roster. And two, if they do break down, what can you do as a coach to make sure that those athletes keep moving forward and keep thriving? I think we are very much, we're scared of overtraining, scared of breaking our athletes, which is, we're incredibly resilient, but if we do it in the right way, a solid S&C coach will make massive gains with that. So that was kind of the crux of the injuries or opportunities talk. And it was great one to kick off the day, even if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it really was. It was a good session. And then we moved into a really, really good session on endurance training, and really that full spectrum from S&C through to, Ironman coaching and training, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lisa was great because she was really apprehensive about doing this presentation.
She didn't come across it at all, did she?
No, I was thinking, when people get a bit worried and stuff, and you're thinking, it's okay. And there was she just smashed it out the park, and it was great to see. But it was a great presentation. It was, I think, somebody who's put that amount of effort into creating that presentation, and who describes what they do on a day in, day out basis, and they're mega passionate about it. That's presenting in itself. If you know your stuff and you're confident, you'll fly.
Yeah, and I think for me there, the S&C, we talk about big S, small c, big focus on the strength and power stuff, lower focus on the conditioning. Well, that session alone is a massive, massive upskill, because it's not just about conditioning, it's about training for endurance events. And a really nice compliment to say, the Dane Mitchell presentation from the Brownlee brothers of last year or the year before. If you watch both of those together, you've literally got the full masterclass of endurance training and conditioning for endurance sport. So really, really impressed with that. Definitely one to catch up on. And then we moved into more of a business session, didn't we, with Freddie Grace, who's been through everything we've done for many, many years. Great, great guy. And I thought that was a really good presentation. And my key thing, I shared it in the live broadcast, but the whole concept of getting the money, raising the money, you know, Freddie was honest and said he bootstrapped that 30 grand. He got some bank loans, friends and family, this and that and the other, got the business doors open, made himself deliver on it. He induced that chaos, as I call it. And my key point off the back of that is, if you've got a good idea and if you've got the drive and the belief to persevere with that, then you will get the money. And don't talk yourself out of it because you think it's going to cost this much or that much, so I can't do that. That's not the play. If you want to create the life of your dreams and have the business of your dreams, a dream. And secondly, you've got to go for it and have that belief. That was my key message today.
Yeah, and I think what I liked about Freddie's was he showed you where he's been and where he is now, and how his core values and his principles have grown and manipulated, and how he's expanded them as he's grown. And it's great to see. It's like just a fantastic job, and he's doing great stuff down in Norfolk with that gym facility there.
And then we had Nick, my old friend and a mentor to all of us, and we talked. He phoned in at 5 a.m. from Lake Tahoe, which is brilliant. He shared high-level coaching philosophy distilled down into Triple E, our Excite, Engage, Enable methodologies. And just nice it felt like that kind of connected the dots for me, Steve.
Yeah, Nick does a great job on that, and I wasn't expecting anything less than what Nick delivered. It was a fantastic presentation. And I think hopefully it just opened people's eyes into, that's what that is. That's why we do that. That's why we need to learn that. Because Nick, he's like a complete coach. You could stick any athlete of any level in front of him and you know he'd get great results.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's 40-year-old Barbara or Cristiano Ronaldo, he would deliver great results. But also, he would be able to build a business off that. He would also connect. He would he'd be able to front up NGBs, and he's so malleable to every single situation. Yeah, great. And I think he showed the opportunities that are available to coaches, which in this day and age is quite complex. It's quite difficult for people to see that pathway, or why do I need to know that? Why is that important? And I think Nick did a really great job of explaining why.
And then we had Danny from Boxing Science. Good talk, good presentation. What were your key thoughts and feelings after that one?
Yeah, and like I said, we watched Danny, and I met him in 2015, and I think seeing him from where he is from then to where he is now was great. But I think throughout the presentation, some fantastic information on social media posts, how you can do it, tactics that do and don't work. I think that the message that goes underneath was probably in what Danny didn't say, and if the fact that it was just consistency, and the fact that this works and this didn't work, and so everything was built on trial and error. And it was almost like he was mapping out the 7-10 year journey and distilling down that into a small 50-minute chunk on developing your social media. And I think, watch that, guys, and think behind that presentation, there's a decade of lessons and learnings in there that you can take away in 50 minutes. And that, when you think of it that way, you go, now that is mega powerful. Really, really is mega powerful.
Yeah, there's a decade of learnings and there's a decade of commitment. And we've been saying that. I've been saying that recently quite a bit in our sessions of, You got to commit for a decade. You got to commit for 10 years, because if you can commit for 10 years, you can commit for 20. And it means that if you get where you want to be in 3, it's a massive, massive bonus and shows you where you could be in 10. And I think for me, that session as well, the good insight there was that actually anybody can do that.
Yeah.
And not many people will do that, but anybody could do that if they've got the drive and they've got the commitment. And so, yeah, I think watch that session if you're having any issues with social media or lead generation or just widening and broadening your reach. That will clear up a lot of questions that you might have there for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, and then obviously after that, we've got a bit of energy back in the room, and then finished off with a incredibly informative and detailed presentation by Josh, and talking about considerations of working with female athletes. And I think everybody was just, it opened a lot of coaches' eyes on the call. I think quite a few comments coming through were so much to consider. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even know that. And I think a lot of coaches have left that feeling, wow, there's some great information, but I also need to step up to the game here and take ownership. And it was a fantastic presentation. Really, really good.
Really good. I agree. Very comprehensive. And again, just a really good case study for working with female athletes as an S&C coach. So last but not least, we have our Elite Coach 5-day challenge launching, free to register, free to get involved. And for 60, maybe 90 minutes a day for 5 days, starting on the 17th of October, we will strip back your S&C offering. We will rebuild it. We'll give you the action plan, and you'll get performance coaching every day from myself, Ste, and the rest of the SCE team, as well as being a part of a community of everybody trying to get better. And we have had unbelievable results purely from this challenge previously. Just the clarity, can't stress enough the ability to pause, reflect, and get clarity on what you're trying to achieve and your unique selling points, your key differences. It really is a massive, massive benefit for anybody. I do this try to do it on a regular basis. I know you do, Steve, but it's a powerful process, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and we're going to share the link in the comments and in the show notes, guys, if you're thinking, I want to get involved with this. And you should. Just check it out. Because ultimately, just think about it. 5 days, and it's not 5 days as such. That's the time frame of the challenge. But we're talking an hour. So five hours spread over a week. That's probably an hour less on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be. That could radically change the trajectory for the next 12 months. Yeah. And I'm not saying that lightly. I'm not saying that as like, oh, yeah, because it's true. Get rid of the fog, get rid of anything that's holding you back. Just go through the challenge. Completely free, guys. The only thing it's going to cost you is a bit of time. And honestly, by the end of it, once you've gone through the documents, the PDFs that you'll download, that's a workbook that you can use time and time again. But by the end of that last day, you would know exactly what you stand for, where you're going, what it is you're trying to achieve, and how to get there.
Yeah. Massive.
Nothing more needs to be said there. Nothing more needs to be said.
Even if you've done it before, do it again. Because once again, going back to your core message, overcoming limiting beliefs, getting some quality coaching on a daily basis will just radically increase your speed and momentum right now. And from where we're at the moment in October 2022, we all need to pause, reflect, recalibrate, and go again. And I'm excited for it. So definitely sign up. Click the link in and around this video somewhere, and we will see you in there, Steve, won't we?
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. We don't get swept up with the uncertainty. Gain the clarity that it is that you need. And again, we're here to support you on your journey to becoming the elite coach that you want to become. So make sure that you do check out the challenge. I'm pumped for it. Brendan's pumped for it. We'll be bringing 100% effort. The only thing that we need from you guys is to do exactly the same. Join on the challenge, bring 100%. You show us commitment for an hour a day in 5 days. We'll give you everything that we possibly can. And by the end of it, you will have a roadmap to success.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff. Have a great one, guys. All the best. Peace out. We'll catch up soon.